incident at Rhodes College where a bunch of messages were left about saying F ends with the hard R and Trump rules. Well, turns out it was fake. A whole hoax. Yeah, fabricated. It seems like the woke mob is trying their hardest. They are working overtime to make something happen. Trying to take crap, throw it at a wall, hope it sticks, and it's just not sticking. They just got crap all over the floor now. Like, Trump won. Y'all gotta let it go. My cup of liberal tears is literally overflowing. Please stop. And please stop with the narrative that all these Trump supporters are evil and racist, man. I can't tell you how many comments and DMs I get of people calling me a sellout. You know, those Trump supporters don't even like you like that. Which is funny because most of the Trump supporters I come in contact with are the chillest people on the planet. I'm talking about humble, will give you the shirts off of their back. Don't get me wrong, you do have some on the far right that are hateful. But those people are the minority. All this racial propaganda is getting old. Y'all gotta stop. And that's all I got. God bless. Have a wonderful day.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. And here's the thing we have with this, right? It's almost like every single time when there is a racist remark or somebody saying there's a racist this, racist that, it ends up being false. It ends up being fake. It ends up just not being a reality. And I wonder why that is. Part of it perhaps is that the Democrats have racism on life support. They have to keep feeding the life support machine to the racism because it's dying. It's practically dead. And a lot of race hustlers and people like this want to try to like, oh, well, racism is still alive. Racism is like, yes, racism is still here. But to make it like it's such a huge deal or a big problem, it's just not the reality. Like, it's here, but it's almost practically non-existent. And these people have to make it to where, like, oh, it's a big deal. It's a racism thing. It's a whole... No. Listen. It is fake, all right? It is not a real thing. It is here in probably the very deep outskirts of our country. But majority of the time, our country is just not a racist country. Let's just put it that way, all right? Now, can I agree that there are countries which were racist before? Yes. Come on, we're not that stupid. But as of right now, in modern day, that's just not the case. So what we have here is pretty much a story kind of saying, well, what's going on with the racism here?
Or vulgar.
According to Lauren Roberts, a student and a member of the National Pan-Hellenic Council, 13 sheets of paper were found near the National Pan-Hellenic Council Plaza. The sheets of paper were covered with hateful words towards black students.
F in words. Trump rules. That's what he said.
The plaza is the only space on campus to pay tribute to historically black sororities and fraternities.
I didn't really agree with it. So I know a lot of my friends who were pretty upset about it.
Rhodes College tells us in a statement, quote, "We are working diligently to identify the person responsible for leaving a message of hateful rhetoric on our campus over the Thanksgiving break. It is still an active investigation. We are a community that is firmly committed to diversity, inclusion, belonging, civility, and respect, and we do not tolerate racial bias or hate speech." Roberts is not buying it.
Rhodes needs to find whoever did it immediately, and they're saying they're investigating and doing this, that, and the third, but it's been 2 weeks and you still haven't found anybody. That's like kind of like a bummer to the black community, in my opinion.
Reporting for...
Yeah, because normally if you are going to find somebody that did this, it's really not that hard. I mean, there's somebody's going to know of somebody and there's somebody's going to rat somebody out. It's just going to happen. You're probably going to find them pretty quickly, especially within a 2-week margin. Like, if it's something this big, it's going to happen. Well, they haven't really found that problem because, well, it just doesn't exist. It's a lie. And you're going to find that out very soon here.
For your news leader in Midtown, I'm Jessica Knotts, WREG News, Channel 3.
And we do.
Yeah, it's really quite insane. Now, what we're going to go over here now is that we're going to go explaining on how this ended up to be, and it was just a straight-up hoax. It's a lie. Nothing that you see here is truth. So, with that be as that may, let's just roll the clip here and see how it goes.
Breaking news tonight. Rhodes College says the person who left racist messages on campus has now admitted to leaving those messages. They were discovered earlier this month near the National Pan-Hellenic Council Plaza, which is the only space on campus that pays tribute to the historically black sororities and fraternities at Rhodes. The signs led to a silent protest last week there in the library. In a statement, Rhodes says the perpetrator reported the act with the intention of placing the blame on someone else. That person has since taken responsibility for the message. This matter has caused enormous pain to our community, and we are taking appropriate steps to hold this individual accountable, including all legal avenues that may be available to us. That a statement from Rhodes College.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but the insanity just keeps on going, right? It's almost like the leftists, the Democrats are the racist ones. It's kind of in their blood, honestly. Like, I don't have to tell you how many times I've gone over to where it was mostly in the 1865 where they kind of orchestrated the KKK and had the Jim Crow laws for over about 50 years because, you know, they just can't stand black people and they wanted them segregated and picking the cotton. Because that's apparently that they only think illegal immigrants can do, among other things. So, yeah, that's what's going on here, right? And this is just a cold card message to everybody, to all black people. If you're also honestly thinking that that the Democrats are the non-racist ones, I hate to break it to you, they are the racist ones, because they end up tending to always have to fake a race crime in order for it to be real, right? And it's really annoying when this just makes it make it seem like you're just using black people for your own political gain so you can stay in power, and that's all you really care for. And I think black people need to wake up, smell the delicious coffee, and realize that maybe, just maybe, it's just all a lie. Maybe racism is not that big of a deal in this country as you seem to make it to be. Because every time, due to Justice Smollett, this race hate crime, and all that, it always seems to just be a complete lie. Never factual, always a lie. And it's always somehow gone down to the Democratic Party. They always seem to be the far leftists. They always seem to be the Democrats. It's just like, you gotta start connecting the dots here and start realizing, hey, maybe you might have something here to this. Maybe JMReports might be right, because that might be the reason why I'm seeing so much hatred, so much racism in this country, and that's what's going on. It's, again, we have, racism is on life support, the demand is just not there, or the supply is not there, the demand is there, but the supply is not. And, like I said, they gotta keep on feeding that supply chain, that's life support, keep on feeding it that racism, because that's the only way it's gonna stay alive. And maybe with this different year, we'll be able to shift that off, and maybe not have the racism. The race hustlers need to die out, because it's getting quite tiring. Alright guys, that's it for the video. I just gotta share. As always, take care my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.